Welcome to the SI Academy. So today we're discussing about the class 8th state syllabus science chapter, first chapter, crop production and management. So we already know that our backbone of the our country is called is the what agriculture. So agriculture is developed means automatically we can also develop and our living standard also increases. In this chapter we mainly discussing about that what are the crops and types of ty- types of crops, and how can we manage it, and how can we prevent from loss of grains and loss of harvest. That all type of discuss you have to study in this chapter. And also what are the traditional methods and what are the modern days technologies adopted by the agricultural fields to get a higher yield. That all type of queries you have to study in this chapter. That is the crop production and management. So crop production, you already know that what is management means how we can manage that produced harvesters and grains, how to store and how to prevent from the insects, that all type of studies or that of a that of medium are called as what management. Okay, Paheli and Bhoju went to their uncle's house during a summer. Paheli and Bhoju went to their uncle's house during a summer vacation. Paheli and Bhoju went to their uncle's house in the summer vacation. Here two character comes here in this chapter, that is the Paheli and Bhoju. So these are the two characters that understand the topics very easily, and they will ask the some questions or they tell the some information. So these are the two characters in entire 8th syllabus. They will come from first chapter to the last chapter, that is the Paheli and Bhoju. They definitely come and they give some information. So they both Paheli and Bhoju went to the summer vacation in their uncle house. Their uncle is a farmer. Their uncle is what? They are doing a farmer. One day they saw some tools like, okay, say one day when they are go on to the village, and their uncle was a farmer. So they in that their home they seen khurpi, sickle, shovel, plough, etc. in the field. You have learned that all living organisms require a food. Okay, they are seen what? Sickle, shovel and plough. These they are the, okay, these are called as the, this is called as the Indian plough. Okay, this is how in traditional ways we are doing the agriculture practice with this called as the plough. This is called as the what? Plough. This is called as the plough. So in the traditional ways or nowadays also we are using this kind of tool to make a agriculture land with the grains or doing a ploughing with this material. This is called as the traditional. It is made up of what? Wood. Okay, in earlier days it is made up of completely iron, completely wood. Nowadays it is made with, this handle is made with what? This handle is made with wood, and this is made with what? Iron material. So nowadays it is made with iron material, but before in the ancient time, earlier time, entire this material is made up of what? Only wood material. So this is called as the what? Plough. This is called as what? Plough. Okay, next. This is called as the sickle. So this is called as what? Sickle. This is called as what? Sickle. So this is also one type of tool material while used in the what? Harvesting of the crops. Okay, that time that is used. So to cut out the unwanted plants in the agriculture field, as well as the to cut the crops. By using this they can remove the unwanted plants, and they also remove the harvesting particles. So harvested crops and unwanted particle, this is called as the what? Sickle. So this is called as the shovel. You already know that, or you have observed it in what? In your some in a garden or you have to visited the village means this type of material you have seen. Okay, this is called as the shovel that is used in the agriculture field. So what for the removing of the weeds as well as the and lowering and uppering of the soil. So this is called as the shovel. It is used in the what agricultural field. So you have learned we have learned that all living organisms require food. We already know that all living organisms require a food. Plants can make their food themselves. You already know that the plants can make their own food, but animals cannot make their own food, right? Can you recall how green plants synthesize their own food? Next question arises here. The plants making their own food means how they are making their own food. Synthesize means making a formation. The word synthesize meaning here what making or producing. Animals include humans cannot make their own food. So correct, already we know that. So how the plants can make their own food, but animals cannot make their own food like human beings also. In human beings also under the include of what animals only. Humans are thinking animals, so we cannot make their own food, but we are dependent on the plants, so we dependent on another. So where do animals get their food from? So next question comes here. The plants creating their food and animals like humans they are not creating their own food means how humans and other animals getting their food. But first of all, why do we have to eat food? Next question comes here. We want why we are eating a food, why it is a requirement of food, why we are taking a food daily. So that question arises here. You already know that you already knew that energy from the food is utilized by organism for carrying out their various body functions. So why they are eating the food means by eating the food the organisms will get energy, and this energy is used for the various body functions. Various body function means what are the various body function means for the digestion. Digestion means what the animals eat that broken down in the stomach, so that you call as the digestion. And respiration, taking the oxygen and giving out of the carbon dioxide, that is called as the respiration. And excretion, what are the waste product produced by that organisms, that is called as the excretion. We get our food from plants or animals or both, so we are getting food from both source called as the plants and animals. So whatever the energy produced by the plants and animals, we are taking that. So for that purpose means three basic or four basic process. One is called as what digestion process, second one is respiration, third one is called as the what excretion. These three process are very important for any organism to survive. So what are the three basic functions of the any organism means digestion, respiration and excretion. What is digestion meaning? The food is broken down in the stomach. That process is called as the digestion. And another method is called as what respiration. What is respiration means? So the organisms taking the oxygen and leaving the carbon dioxide, that is called as what respiration. So another method is called as what excretion. What are the product obtained by the body or organism that should be excreted by the body, so that are very harmful to the body, so that should be removed from the body. That method is called as what excretion. So unwanted substance should be removed from the body, that are called as the excretion. These are three methods that are very important to any living organism. In order to provide food for large population, regular production, proper management and distribution is necessary. Okay, we are knowing that know that so food is necessary for all living being means all living things. So the in our India so large population is there, to provide that a large amount of crops and food means we have to grow larger quantity and in larger scales, and there should be produced means there should be maintained, and hygiene how to maintain, and proper cleaning how to maintain, and how to distribute in each places. So that all type of question, all type of problematic will come. So that how that all should be how we have managed that have to study here. So we have to main problem is that how we have to produce that much of crops we have produced means that should be how protected, how transported to the different parts of our country. So that is the main problematic, that is our how we are solved by, and how we can prevent from the loss of the grains. That all type of so problematic are solved by in this chapter. Agriculture practice. Till 10,000 BCE, people were nomadic. They were wandering in groups from place to place in the search of food and shelter. Okay, and before 10,000 BCE, so the peoples are traveling from one place to the another place for the search of food and shelter. So food, shelter means what? Home. So they will not traveling from one place to the another place. They will not stick to the one place, or stick to the, or means constant to the one place, or a fixed to the one place. They are traveling from one place to the another place. They will living for few days or 10 days or within a weeks. After that they are living from that place and going to the another place for searching of food. They are raw fruits and vegetables. They ate, what they ate means what they ate means they are eating. What they ate raw fruits and vegetables, and started hunting animals for a food. Earlier times they are trying to eat what fruits, vegetables. After that sometime they are hunting the animals for food. Later they could cultivated land and produce rice. After that in ancient times the peoples of humans, first they will eat, they are eating they are eated foods, vegetables. After some time they also try to hunting the animals for food. After some years they are trying to cultivate the land and produce the rice. Cultivate means what? Agriculture. So agriculture, and they will produce the what? Rice, wheat and other food crops. Okay, they are not producing the only rice, they also try to produce rice, wheat and other food crops. Thus born was thus how this agriculture was built. So by the human. So how human evolutionized, so they also become conscious about the agriculture. So they are become so very conscious about the agriculture, and they grown different types of rice, wheats and crops their food. When plants of the same kind are cultivated, when plants of same kind means same type of plant cultivated at a one place in a large scale are called as the crops. Okay, again important definitions, 1 mark definition will come in your exam. Means you can write what is crop means you can write when a plants of same kind are cultivated at one place on a large scale is called as what? Crop. For example, in this particular land, this is the area in which same kind. Okay, when a plants means same kind means what? This is the rice, here also rice. In a plants of the same kind, here all are what? Rice only. Here all are rice only. These are called as the rice only, right? These are rice at one particular place. This is the one particular place. So this is what? Larger area. It is not a small area. For assumption, it is a very large area. In that we are growing only what? Rice. So this is called as what? Crops. In a crop, in a whole area of large area, in that only one type. On all these are what? Only rice only. So this is called as the what? Crops. In a larger area, only one type of plant is grown, that is called as the what? Crop. The plant may be what? Not only the rice, the plant may be what? Rice, wheat, again mustard, so different types of vegetables also are called as what? Crop. In a particular field, in larger scale of plant is grown is called as what? Crops. This is the simple definition. For example, crop of wheat means that all plants grown in a field that of wheat. Okay, we are already given that example. Same example we are taken as the rice, they are given as the wheat. So in a particular land, they are grown as what? Only wheat. So this type of method is called cultivation, is called as what? Crop. We already know that crops are a different types of crops are what? Different types. What are the different types of crops? They will ask in your exam. Write the different types of crops. Means we can say that what are the different types of crops means cereals, vegetables, and fruits. These can be classified on the basis of their season in which they are grow. Okay, so what are the cereals, vegetables, fruits? These are classified as the crops, and they are classified on according to their what? Seasons. Seasons means monsoon, summer, winter. These are called as the seasons. India is a vast country. Vast means what? Variety country means we can see the different colors, different languages, different humidity, different temperature, and different traditional method, different cultures. So that is called as India is a vast country. So the climatic condition like temperature, humidity, and rainfall vary from region to another. Okay, so why it is called as the vast country means by traditional as well as the climatic condition like temperature, humidity, and rainfall, so that are varying from place to place. Within 5 kilometers, within 1 kilometer to 2-3 kilometer, our temperature is continuously changing. So that is called as the India is a vast country. According to there is a rich variety of crops grown in different parts of the country. Okay, so there are different types of crops are growing in our entire country. So in entire country, in different places. Okay, some countries, some places are very famous for that. So some crops, and another area is famous for another crop. Despite this diversity, two broad cropping patterns can be identified there. Okay, despite of this means it is a very popular in all the cities with different kind of crop means, but we are classified the two main crops of the agriculture. One is what? Kharif crops, another is what? Rabi crops. What are the two types of crops? Remember that the very important two parts. One is what? Kharif crop. One is Kharif crop, another one is Rabi crops. So in exam they will ask write the types of crop means we can write what? Kharif crops and Rabi crops. Next, one by one we have to study here what is Kharif crops, Rabi crops, when it is grown, and what are the types of Kharif crops comes in that. Okay, in detail manner you have to study here. The crops which are shown in rainy season. So the crops which are shown means we are doing practice. So shown in season are called as the Kharif crops. What is Kharif crop? The crops which are grown in or shown in only rainy season are called as the Kharif crops. What is Kharif crops? We can write the definition. The crops which are shown in the rainy season are called as what? Kharif crops. The rainy season in India is generally from June to September. Okay, the crops which are grown in rainy season are called as the Kharif crops. The rainy season starting from June and ending from September. Okay, June to September. Remember that. So what is Kharif crops? It is the crops which are growing in grown in or sown in a rainy season are called as the Kharif crops. The Kharif crops start from June and end from September. Remember that these are the important points you have to remember. So starting month is June and ending month is September. Of which season? Monsoon season or rainy season, we can say that. Paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut and cotton and khari crops. These are the types of crops that are grown in rainy season. What are the? Paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut and cotton and kharif crop. These are the crops that are produced in kharif crop, that are produced in kharif crops that are produced in rainy season. What are the? Paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut and cotton are kharif crops. These are the very important points. How to remember what is kharif crop and in which season they will grow means rainy season, and in which month means June to September. And paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut and cotton are kharif crops. These are the crops. Next will comes Rabi crops. Next will comes here Rabi crops. The crops grown in the winter season. Okay, what is the Rabi crops? The crops were grown in winter season. Winter season from which month? October to March. Remember that. So the crops which are growing in a winter season and from October to March are called as the Rabi crops. Examples of Rabi crops are wheat, gram, pea, mustard and linseed. These are the examples of Rabi crops. Wheat, gram, pea, mustard and linseed. These are the plants which are growing in a winter season from the month October to March. Remember that, very important. Beside of these, pulses and vegetables are grown in during summer at many places. Okay, beside of Rabi crop and Kharif crop, some farmers also growing vegetables, fruits, pulses in what? In summer places, summer days. Okay, so two types of crops. One is what? Kharif crops, another Rabi crops, Rabi crops and Kharif crops, two types of crops. And another type is called as in summer the farmer will grows pulses, vegetables. Okay, these are the types of crops grown in our India, and these are very important. Remember that. Okay, thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Thank you.